Okay guys, today we're just going to look through real quick how to put things into point slope form when you're just given the points, you're not given a slope, so that's going to be one additional step we're going to need. We're going to need to find the slope. Easiest way is probably with the XY chart, and then use a point that's given to us to be able to solve it. So let's start off here where we have points -3, -3, and point -5, -4. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an XY chart. And I'm going to just get my slope, -3, -3, -5, and 4. So my slope is going to be +7 plus, or that's actually a -2. So my slope is going to be -7/2 for this problem. Okay, now to go a little bit more in depth with it, let's extend my page out now because I know my slope was -7/2, and I knew that one of my points was -3, -3. So if that's the case, I'm just going to label this one x1. I'm going to label this guy y1. And I'm just going to put it back into my equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, which is also known as my point slope format. So to do that now, I'm going to plug in what I know. Y minus -3 equals my slope times x minus -3. And just like we were doing yesterday, we're going to clean that up a little bit because a negative and a negative is a positive, and a negative and a negative is a positive. So now that I've done that, I'm in my sweet spot, I'm in point slope form, and all I need to do now is to distribute and then isolate my y. So I'm going to distribute. That would be -7/2x. -7 times 3 is -21. And I'm going to keep that over 2. And then over here we're going to have y plus 3 still. Okay, now if I want to, I can simplify out my -21/2. Half of 21 is going to be -10.5. Now I'm just going to isolate my y. That goes away. This goes away, and I'm left with y is equal to -7/2x. -10 minus 3 is -13.5. And I've solved that equation when I was just given 2 points. Okay, let's look at another example on that guy. So let's clear all this out. Go all the way back up to my second problem. And let's take a look at number 11 from our worksheet we've been working off. So here we have -5, 3, and 0, 2 as our 2 points. So I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm going to make my XY chart. -5, 3, and 0, 2. That's -1 plus 5. So now I know my slope is my -1 over my +5. That's my slope, my rise over my run. So now that I have that, I'm just going to come down here and put it into my point slope form. So I know my slope was equal to -1/5, and I have a coordinate which was 0, 2, and I'm just going to plug that into my equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, because that's point slope formula. Okay, and I'm just going to take everything I have and plug it in. So I'm going to go y minus 2 equals my slope, which is 1/5, times x minus my x1 was 0. Okay, now I'm in point slope format. That's where I want to be, because now I just need to distribute and then isolate my y. So I'm going to distribute, which leaves me with y minus 2 is equal to -1/5. X times 0 is 0, so actually that goes away, and then 1/5, or -1/5x, and then 1/5 times 0 is 0. So that's what I'm left with there. So now I have negative 1/5 x on one side and y minus 2. So to get y by itself, I just need to isolate it. And to isolate it, I'm going to take the opposite of my minus 2, which is plus 2, because that's 0, plus 2, and I'm left with my equation that I finish with negative 1/5 x plus 2, and I am finished. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a few examples for you to work through on your own over here. You need to show all your work in those bottom 5 boxes. Do your best work. Thank you.